The other thing about carbs that I think is good to be mindful of is drinking them versus eating them, because you can have apple juice is not the same as an apple.
Let's talk about why that's the case.
100%. And most apple juices will be processed. There's going to be other shit in them. There's going to be sugar added to it. There's going to be all this other stuff. Even if you have like a good apple juice, you still are not getting the same amount of fiber from all the skin, from chewing it, from having it whole. You're not getting the same level of satisfaction or satiation. I think that's how you would pronounce that, as you would if you were to eat it.
Also, the glycemic index is a lot higher, right? So, like, let's just compare apple juice in comparison to an apple. The concentration of sugar is going to be a lot higher because, in juice, like the fiber is taken away and it's basically just, like the sugar with the water. What's going to happen is that the higher the sugar levels, the more insulin levels rise up, right? And the higher the insulin levels are, the opposite effect happens when it comes to, like weight loss. So if you want to manage your weight or lose weight, you want to make sure that your insulin levels are as stable as possible. That's why I'm not about to refer to diabetes type 1, because that's a completely different situation. With regards, like, people who develop diabetes type 2, also happen to be overweight. The body works together. You know what I mean? And now, aside from the fact that most apple juices out there, have more stuff than just apples. As a matter of fact, let me just do research real quick.
So the other thing about, there's a time and a place for everything. So it's not to say that you can never have an apple juice. There's a time and a place for it. But let's say you want to use a juicer and you put an apple through that sucker. It's your apple. You juiced it. There's no added sugars. It literally just from the apple. You're still taking fiber out, but that doesn't mean that that is also bad. There's just a time and a place. And most people do not live in the time or place to need that. I will say the first thing that I can think of, the first reason why I can think of why that would be beneficial, because when you juice it, even if you juice the apple and it's good and it's clean and all of that, it's still broken down now even more. And your body is going to go through that same amount of fuel a lot quicker. Your insulin level is going to spike. Now, let's say you just got done with a marathon. Great. Your body probably needs it and it needs it quick. No problem. Let's say like I'm competing this weekend in a CrossFit event. That would be a good time and place for me to have a juice. It's quick. It's not heavy. My body needs it because I just exhausted and depleted energy stores. There's a time and a place. So I only say that to say, take everything with a grain of salt and recognize that just because we say, oh, this isn't going to be good for weight loss, doesn't mean that it's never good or it's evil or, you should never do it. Never is a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay, what have we researched?
Oh, my beautiful carb. My carb is
Come
falling
here,
off.
Mr. Carb.
This is my
Mr.
favorite
Sweetie
carb.
Potato.
So yeah, Welch's 100% apple juice.
I don't know if
so the first thing to know, and this is what, like, this is the difference between like a, like you took a juicer and you took your apple and you freshly squeezed it. The first ingredient, apple juice from concentrate.
Here, apple juice from concentrate,
yes.
Which is filtered water and apple juice concentrate.
There's a difference between apple juice and apple juice from concentrate.
But they say non-GMO, made in
and
USA,
that's exactly why, like, it's
gluten-free.
got 53 grams of sugar in one freaking cup.
No high fructose corn syrup, though. No preservatives, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners. True. But what it doesn't say is you should not have this if you have diabetes. You should not have this if you're overweight. You are at risk if you have this and you have trouble with your insulin.
Yeah.
It says all the good things, which is good. Which is just why we do these videos, so that you can have the knowledge and the understanding of, okay, let me look a little deeper, because only 3 ingredients. I mean.
So that is a juice that's like considered to be 100% natural. Keep in mind, like first ingredient is the concentrate. It's like the difference between drinking condensed milk and, like whole milk. Completely different conversation. So the sugar levels are going to be higher, and, you want to keep that in mind.